Dragon Ball Fighters video, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down the newly released character Jiren for Dragon Ball Fighters. So without further ado, let's get into this. So after a day to use him, I kind of feel comfortable enough with him now to get his overall game plan and stuff like that. So I'll be breaking down his normals, his specials, his supers, and you know, his general game plan, and show off a few combos as well. So without further ado, let's get into his normals. So one thing you'll probably notice straight off the bat is that he doesn't have a low hitting 2L. So that can kind of be a downside to him, because he doesn't have like the mix-ups that someone else could get, kind of like Yamcha. It kind of reminds me of Yamcha's, but you know, like the new character Videl, she has like a crouching low, but Jiren doesn't. So you know, plus sides to this, it's quite fast, it has quite good range, so it does have its uses, but yeah, just not as useful as a low hitting. So then his 2M, it's got good range, it's a low like most of the casts, and yeah, it's just a good solid crouching medium, which allows for a follow-up, and it has pretty good range. Like that was just outside of it, like he's just a bit outside if you backdash, but he does hit from like the start. It's about there, yeah. So yeah, his auto combo is also, it's pretty good. It has, you know, nothing amazing damage wise, but it's pretty solid, and it does allow for, it's quite useful off of like a key blast or something, off a teleport, if I can get it, which I normally can. There we go. It doesn't give like a hard knockdown, which is kind of a downside to it. But yeah, no, I mean it does. Yeah, what am I thinking? Sorry guys, I've been off this game for ages. But yeah, his standing M is good. It has solid range. So as you can see, it's fast, which is always a plus. And yeah, again, just another solid standing medium. Nothing like Broly style, but yeah, it's good. His second light, if you do light, actually does pop them up in the auto combo. But luckily, it's not like base Goku's, where you'd have to like delay a down medium or a 2M, sorry. Yeah, it's not like base Goku's or like blue Goku's. He actually can just get a standing medium. So he's fine in that department. You don't have to like time it right, he will just get them regardless. So that's good. And now onto his more unique like normal, which is actually his standing heavy. And as you'll probably already see, it's actually a command grab. It's actually a throw. So if your opponent's blocking, it will actually still get them, and you can get a full combo off of it. So just a quick example. That's just a quick example there of what you could get off it. So you can get pretty solid damage off of it, but again, nothing too extreme. But yeah, I can see that definitely being really useful in like pressure. Like if you've got them here and they're just blocking everything, open them up, and yeah, it can kind of act like a resort to Dragon Rush, kind of similar gameplay style to Broly. But yeah, and his down heavy is kind of more unique as well. It gives a side switch, which is kind of useful depending on the situation, really. But yeah, it's not too shabby, a bit weird, but yeah, he just decides to flip them over. But let's move on to his ki blast now. So his standing ki blast is mostly, you know, it's a bit too slow for anything. It'll kind of just, you know, it might be useful with like a beam assist or something, but it's a bit slow, really, to be anything like major when you're on the ground. But it's mostly used for comboing off of things, or like in the corner when you combo into things. It could be useful in certain combos. But yeah, that's about it for the ki blast. That's about it for that ki blast anyway. He also has the if you press 2 in special, he'll actually send them flying up, and yeah, that kind of can make it act like a regular crouching heavy. So instead of doing something like this, you can then instead get something like this if you don't want to swap sides. So yeah, that's kind of the main use for it. But yeah, oh, I forgot to mention his jumping hits and his normals. His jump 1 is kind of okay, but as you can see, it whiffs on even like Broly. Oh, well, it was anyway. But yeah, it hits Broly, but it whiffs on most of the cast. But it can be good for cross-ups. It's probably his best hit for like cross-up jumps, other than on Broly. But his jump 2 is it's like Piccolo's and like Bardock's, where it's actually a double hitting. So you'd use it in like a combo, and you can get more damage off of it instead of just doing like something normal, like triangle square square, something like that, or medium light light. You can just do medium and then light. So yeah, that's useful. His jump heavy is just kind of you know, it's like Vegeta-ish. But where he gets different is his down heavy, which actually does this spinny kick. Like, it can be useful for mixes, like if you've got them in the corner, you can kind of do something like that to get 3 overheads, but you can't get anything off of it. Like, the assists all are beat by the invincibility. But you could do some fancy stuff with it, like just to keep your opponent thinking, maybe, and get like a free hit, then go for like Oki or something. Like, do something like that, and then Dragon Rush or something like that. But yeah, that means when you're in his combos, the best way to string into it is with one of these ki blasts in the air, which I'll move on to now. So he has 2 ki blasts in the air. One is straight, and the other one goes down at an angle. So you press down and special, and it will do that. And they kind of act like Teen Gohan's bombs. So yeah, that's basically what I'd compare them to, where you can get a combo off of them. And especially in mid-screen, it's a large part of his combos. So you definitely want to like get used to using that. So yeah, that's kind of key to his like combos. Like, if I demonstrate now, if I can land it. Even that didn't combo, like there we go. and then you can get like a follow-up, but that's his only real way to get a hard knockdown as well, unless you like do something like that and then use the new Dragon Rush hard knockdown. But yeah, so that's it for his Ki Blast. Now onto his special moves. So he has 3 versions of a counter, which is quarter circle back and an attack button. So the light version is going to counter anything that's a standing hit. So he'll be able to do that on any overhead or mid. So if I can actually get this, sorry guys, there we go. So so actually beat overheads and mids, like I said. And yeah, then the medium version will counter lows. As you see, he'll do like a different animation, and it does the same thing. And then the heavy version, it's going to be a really good counter move, because that's either a 1-frame startup or, you know, it's pretty damn close, and that will actually just get anything, regardless of whether it's low, overhead, mid. It will actually get everything. It'll beat everything. So yeah. That's new. Alright, there we go. I was just wondering why I wasn't doing it then, guys, but yeah. So you can get solid damage off it, nothing amazing, but he still kind of gets a combo, which is good, can punish opponents. And yeah, so he has one other counter type move, and that will actually be his quarter circle back special. And what this will do is actually it'll allow you to block Ki Blasts and then go in for a follow-up, which is actually a command grab. So yeah, that's pretty useful. And yeah, you can get like solid damage off that as well. And yeah, so he'll counter any type of Ki Blast. It can be a normal Ki Blast or a or it can be a like any like quarter circle forward, any quarter circle forwards. It'll beat that as well. So actually, would it? Oh, maybe that. Yeah, there we go. It's because Zamasu's thing doesn't count as a it counts as a hit at the start. But yeah, so that's his quarter circle back. Just like a word of advice, it can be like poked out of. So if I set the opponent to just mash afterwards, they can actually because alright, there we go. So if I just set Zamasu to like mash, he can actually I don't know, well actually he didn't do it then, but maybe Zamasu's might not be the best thing to show you, but yeah, no, maybe it's not, but you can kind of mash out. If I played as like Zamasu, and got Jiren to do it, you can actually march out of it. So it's not like invincible, but it is a good way to keep your opponent on their toes, basically, when they're just chucking ki blasts. So yeah, and it works like if your opponent chucks something from in the air. So if I set Zamasu to just do something in the air, it will still track to him regardless of where he is. So yeah, it makes it really strong for countering ki blast. And this move here, which I'll go on to now, that also beats like his quarter circle forward special does this little shoulder charge, which at first look it kind of is just useful in pressure and stuff, but it actually will beat out regular and like more special like beams and stuff. So he can just go straight through certain things. Obviously the same with the counter, like he can't counter like level 3s and stuff with both of those. Like that won't go through and that won't counter them, so you'll have to just reflect those. But yeah, yeah, it's going to be a big part of his game plan is countering. So all of these counters that I've just gone over, and then quarter circle forward and special move. He has this little like beam thing, so the light will just kind of knock them to the wall. The heavy does kind of like a bigger hit, so like a wall bounce, and then the heavy version will do kind of a similar thing, but it will give you like a chance to follow up combo without teleport, which the others won't. Like if I can get the timing right. There we go. He can get like a follow up from it. He can do it mid screen as well. Yeah, he can do it mid screen as well, so you can like use it in combos and stuff. If I can. Yeah, you can kind of, there'll be a load of stuff you can do with it anyway. But yeah, that's his quarter circle forwards. The most use for those would be like in the middle of a combo, or in like a pressure string or something, where you can just kind of go into something like that, or something like that, and then add an assist and just keep pressuring and stuff like that, basically. And it's also his assist, just to note. So that is his assist, which is it's not a bad assist. Don't get me wrong, but it's not an amazing assist. It's just kind of average. The hit stun on it is a bit. It's kind of average as well. The hit stun on it's kind of average as well. It has like a tad amount of pushback that kind of is quite useful, because you can kind of then get stuff like that easier, like a cross up jump easier. So that's kind of good. But yeah, now let's go on to his supers. So his first level 1 is pretty good. It's kind of solid damage. Yeah, it's quite nice looking. It's kind of okay for Aoki in the corner. But he also has a quarter circle forwards and R2 or whatever the secondary special trigger is for you guys. But yeah, the that one's a bit better. It does a bit more damage. 2,400 instead of like 2,200. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, and that's also it's good, but you got to make sure that you get the timing right. Like if I was just going to do the regular level 1, it's easy to combo into supers. You just kind of do the normal timing, but for this one, for a lot of people, you'll kind of have to delay it a bit, which is kind of, you'll get used to it, and it could allow for like some double level 1s and stuff, which should be pretty sick. And his level 3 is it's a, you know, it's a decent level 3. He can get like certain stuff off of it. He can get like the normal mix off of it. I think he could get a low, or I'm not sure, but yeah, that it could be quite good. Just kind of average for as far as level 3s go, you know. It's kind of average, but yeah, that's his supers. So I've covered his normals and everything now. What else? His general game plan. So his general game plan, he seems to be a very defensive based character, so he's going to be kind of tricky to use with his initially weird combos and things, but he seems like a very Broly-esque character, but he's less armor focused and he's more counter focused. So if you were just playing Broly, you would kind of be like, you know, trying to get these armor moves in, armor, and going into all this other stuff with his armor and his command grabs and stuff like that. But Jiren seems to be a lot more counter based, so he's going to make reads that if you're going to be pushed in the corner for an overhead on Oki and stuff, then he's kind of going to be able to like read that you're going to do it and counter, and then get a combo off of it and stuff like that. So that's kind of his main game plan. He's going to be kind of staying in the neutral, and he's going to be baiting key blasts and stuff to get, you know, combos and stuff. Where are these key blasts, man? It's so fast. But yeah, he's going to be baiting key blasts. Maybe at full screen he'll bait more like those, so he can get in and get a punish. But maybe in this distance he'll be trying to, you know, bash you in, and then he's going to go for that full combo punish. And yeah, that's basically what he's going to be doing. He has, you know, a few offensive things just for pressure, but his main game plan is going to be trying to counter you and try and get in that damage, condition you into respecting that command grab. And then once you're really looking for that, that's when you'll get hit more with his like normals and stuff like that. So that's going to be his main mix and main game plan. But yeah, now for like maybe a few combos. A generic one mid-screen. You can kind of, it'll be lights into mediums. So the kind of normal setup you'd expect. Excuse me, something in my throat. Sorry guys. But yeah, it'll be the normal setup, other than regarding that he doesn't have a low hitting. So you can do something like crouching medium, standing medium, light, and then that's when you're going to go into his key blast. Either the down one if you feel like it, You know, I think they both corner carry pretty well. But yeah, like into that, and then you're gonna dash towards them, sorry. Yeah, and then you're gonna go into his Ki Blast or his like other hits. You're gonna hit them again. You're gonna hit him again. And then you're gonna go into his low key, his like down aiming Ki Blast, especially in the corner, because he if you do the standing one, like the straight one, for some reason it doesn't really combo as well if you got them to the corner. Like that's a generic combo there. But if I did something like, if I did the straight Ki Blast, it wouldn't really combo. Like, I think, like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't anyway, from what I lagged. Yeah, it doesn't, because they kind of float too high. But yeah, that's going to be your generic mid-screen combo, or you can, you know, you can hit confirm into those, but you won't be able to get any of the Ki Blasts in. I think they do roughly about the same damage. So that's 365. I think the other one might do. I think that might do more damage, but it also depends on positioning. Yeah, so I think that one does a bit more damage, but you can also confirm into that Ki Blast if you don't want to side swap. So you've always got the option of that. But yeah, again, that's basically his generic mid-screen combos. In the corner, you can do the same. You can obviously do the same like most characters. You can do something generic, but certain things you can do in the corner, like something I've found is something like this. Something like that for a bit more damage, which is going to be something like lights, or like as soon as you pop them up with those heavies, you're going to do a jump back into medium, and then the downwards Ki Blast. So this won't work off those, I don't think, anyway. Like if you've confirmed, yeah, it doesn't work if you've confirmed with regular standing lights, so the one that hits them up. So you're either going to have to pressure with these two lights instead, the crouching and then the regular standing, or just go into medium, crouching medium, standing medium, because the gravity doesn't work with the combo. So you're going to do, let's just say you don't start with the lights, you do crouching medium, standing medium, jump back medium into downwards Ki Blast. So that looks like that, and then you're going to dash into them, and you're going to do it instant. After you've dashed, you're going to do medium, but you're not going to do both hits of the medium. You're just going to do the first hit of the medium into straight Ki Blast into the medium version of quarter circle forwards of that move there. I don't know the name of it. Let me just Infinity Rush. That's the one. So yeah, what it looks like so far is medium, Ki Blast, medium, Ki Blast into medium version of Infinity Rush. So one more time for you into that. So then the next part is standing medium. So you're going to kind of time this early when you land on the floor. So that all together should look like this, like that. and then you're going to cancel the stand medium into jump light light, so you get the auto tracking, and then you're going to go into the downwards or straight key blast. Is up to you on that part really. It's completely up to your preference. Either one works. Straight works, and the downwards one works. They both work just the same, and they do the same damage. So yeah, after you've done the second key blast into the rush, so you've kind of gone like that into the rush, so you've gone medium into the rush, then you're going to do medium, not medium, sorry, just medium, and then light again into another key blast. Make sure that one's down just like before, and then you can get your down heavy. So all together it should look something like this. It should look something like that, and then you can add in whatever you want. You know, I just spammed stuff, missed the level 1, but yeah. So that's, you know, a more damaging corner combo, but you know, it's kind of tricky. You don't have to do that. You can always just do the generic one into the down heavy. You can always do something generic, and if I'm not mistaken, even mid-screen, I think you can get an extra. You can do that somehow, I think. Somehow I think you can get it, but I'm just going to test this out for you guys before I, you know, end the video. You can definitely get it off of something somehow. Yeah, I think you can get it somehow, but I've completely forgot how I found out how to do it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of my Jiren breakdown. Overall impressions, he's going to be kind of hard for beginners, but he'll be hard to master, but I think he's definitely going to pay off if you put the work in. Where do I think he'll be tier-wise? Maybe the same place as Broly, maybe a bit above mid, maybe mid somewhere, because he has tools, but I think he lacks a bit in the offensive side of things, and he's going to take a lot more brain than certain characters. Not mentioning any names, Bardock, but yeah. So that's going to end my breakdown. I hope you enjoyed my breakdown. Sorry if it dragged on. I do have a tendency to drag things out just when my mind's all over the place, especially because I'm not editing or anything. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know, look at my channel, see what videos you might want to watch, because I do have a few Dragon Ball videos, and yeah, stay posted for my Videl one, which should come out later today or tomorrow. So yeah, have a good one. I hope you'll enjoy Jiren, and stay posted for Videl and also Jiren online gameplay. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.